And so for the last time, it's Metal to the Masses, and we're into the final. It's been a long journey. So actually some of the prep for this starts way back September, October kind of time. And it all comes down to this night. We have 6 bands and we've had some really tough heats and some really tough semis. So these are some creme de la creme of bands. We've got quite an interesting mix of bands. This wasn't deliberate, it's just how things happened. We have Culloden there in the final for the first time. They record some traditional metal with a lot of history in the songs. We have LN, some Viking themed battle metal. They made their entire debut in the competition this year. We have Kraken Waker. They were in the finals last year with their songs of beers and beards and eating millionaires into space. So it's going to be good to see them back. Proven Rivals, they're another debutant that's been great to see. There's some really good high tempo rock and roll. We have Ruled by Raptors. They've just been taking everything by storm. They'll be an interesting one to watch. This was their first year as well. And finally we have Sorrow. They were actually the first band in the first heat this year, and they've come all the way to the final. So it's like drawing number 1 in the Royal Rumble, because that's a cursed spot, you know. But I've got no idea what's going to happen. I generally don't. And some of this goes a little bit beyond me anyway, because of course we've got Simon Hall from Bloodstock coming up to help pick the bands he wants for the festival. So no crowd vote, all down to the judges. I'm looking forward.
Get the monkey on.
Break the clock off! fucking years, the Metal to the Masses. I've been booking for Bloodstock for 18 years, and I swear to fuck, I love this place. So, congratulations to all of you. Housekeeping again, thank you to Kev, thank you to all the judges. You guys have been absolute bastards. You made it really hard for me. Thank you to Dave, thank you to all the team behind the bar, because you guys are fucking cool as well. Right, I'm not going to drag this out any longer. Listen, look, everybody's got a fucking favourite. I get it, I fucking understand it, and I love it. And I'll tell you now, every one of those 6 bands could and should be represented at Bloodstock, and probably will be in the near future. So that's what we do. We look out for bands at the underground level. Right, enough of my fucking procrastinating and gibbering. Thank you so much for having a great fucking evening tonight. There can only be one band going forward to playing at Bloodstock, and I can't make me fucking mind it. The band is Cracker Waker! To every single band that took part, not only tonight but over the heats, thank you so much. Keep the Newcastle music scene alive. You guys have been fucking brilliant. Fucking thanks everyone. Thanks very much to me to fucking Vulgarus. Thanks very much. Looking forward to fucking Bloodstock, baby. Awesome! Clutch! Gorgeous! Hey, imagine if the fucking power went during the first song. We'd all be fucked, wouldn't we? Congratulations again. Now, I suggest everybody raises a glass. Come on. Not only to heavy metal, not only to the underground music scene, but to the fact we're gonna get fucking hammered. Play some music, my good man, and give it up for your winners. Cracker Waker!
And so, that was Metal to the Masses for another year. I'm actually filming this on Sunday because I had a couple of light refreshments on Friday night and spent yesterday feeling sorry for myself. But what a way to end. Obviously you've just seen from the previous thing that Kraken Waker are going to Bloodstock, which I'm really pleased for them. They're a hard working bunch of lads, and they're somewhat regulars to the contest. And so the sad side of this is that they won't be in next year. Well, they could do. There'll be a guest band at some stage in it, but they won't be in. I will be seeing them one time instead of 3 times. But by God, we gave some tough choices, did we not? I think that if 2 bands were going, as has happened in the past, I think it would still be a tough choice. I think if 3 bands were going, it would still be a tough choice, because it was unreal. Sorrow set the mood perfectly. They were the first band in the very first heat, so to get all the way to the final was the first time actually it's the first time that the first band in the first heat's actually got out. That is the most difficult sort. And they just started things brightly, set the tone for the night, showed that they're likely ones for the future, and they were massively entertaining, a good way to start the night. Of course, next, Ruled by Raptors, they were high energy, high impact, and they're definitely a band we haven't seen the last of in this, I should say. And then LN were absolutely mighty, and I know they were one of many people's pre-event favourites, But as I say, I think this was tough between 3 or 4 bands all told. They were totally mighty, they were great, and hopefully we'll see them again next year, one way or another. Fourth band, Culloden, they, I would say, were this year's dark horses. They were in a few years ago. I think they went out in the heats the last time, and so they've got all the way to the final this time, and have been a massively surprise package, and they pulled out all the bloody stops in the final. They really did. I thought that the added stage feature, so in the last songs they brought on 2 witches to sacrifice, and I thought that was a nice touch to do something a little bit extra for the final, and that was, and they were really impressive. I think Simon described them as a cross between Hawkwind and Manowar, which is probably about fair. And then we pick up the pace with Proven Rivals, another little one who's been a surprise package. They've got some high tempo rock and roll, and they were just immense. They had the crowd out their hands, and and if that wasn't enough, we then finished with Kraken Waker, who are very popular, and they had a nice squiddy bubble machine, which was nice. So there we go. That was 2024. What happens next? We can all relax for a little bit. It's over. It's done for another year. We can look forward to some of the many other brilliant gigs on and around town, and possibly even see some of those bands in other capacities again. There's then obviously Bloodstock in the summer to look forward to, and then come the autumn, winter, we'll be starting the process all over again for 2025. We've actually already had bands apply for 2025, but I'm not thinking about that just yet. So until then, thank you all for being part of it, and let's see what happens next.